ELM800 and 1000 models, how to use basic instructions for usage of the COM ports. So basically each EFIS, ELM800 or ELM1000 models, have 4 independent COM ports, which can be accessed from the J1 connector. Those COM ports, which also known as RS232 ports, can be used for various purposes, including radios or some other external avionics from the third party. So in order to configure that, you just simply go to settings, you go to external devices, and here you have all 4 communication ports. I'll just put them like this. Okay. So for each port, you have a speed and its function. Speed and function. For the speed, for the function, first of all, the port number 1, we strongly recommend to use as the output function. What does it mean? You have multiple functions here, like NMEA data in, NMEA data out, and so on. So anything what is out is applicable for this port. We recommend, it can be used for in as well, but we recommend to use it for the out. For example, NMEA out mode, NMEA fast mode, or for example, altitude encoder out if you have a Garmin 327 or similar series transponder. You can use the EFIS as altitude encoder and other modes. Now, for other ports, you can use them as input or output upon your choice. Also the speed, you select correct speed. For example, if you want to configure COM port 3 for your COM radio, your COM radio should support something like SL40, SL30 protocols or similar. So for example, you set it here as COM1 radio, speed 9,600 baud per minute, which is normal speed. Now you set for COM port 1, you need to set its operation mode. What's your COM radio support? SL30, SL40, GTR200, GTR225. It's not actually the model of the radio, but it's also the model of the radio, but many third-party manufacturers, not Garmin but others, they support those protocols. For example, you can find the COM radio from a company called Valcom Avionics. They have a beautiful COM radio, I think it's called COM 2000, and that radio fully support, I think it's SL40 protocol you can use with their radio. So here you set your protocol which your radio support. For Trig or MGL, you have to connect it in a different way. Manual explains that, product manual, but most likely your radio will support SL30, SL40, GTR200 or 225 protocols, so you can easily connect them here and use them here. Same is applicable if you, let's say, use this port for COM2, you set COM port 2 mode. You can connect 2 COM radios at the same time. Now you can also connect nav radio or COM with nav radio. It depends on your model of the radio. You can connect ADS-B in GDL90, which is a standard ADS-B data standard, which you can connect device. Using this port, altitude encoder we discussed, ignition system. Currently we support Lazar and also CPI2. Avionics, still Beacon X for sure, great product. You can always connect it to our EFIS, and the speed will be 2,400 for that. Vertical power, great, very nice and robust, solid platform for the electronic circuit breaker system. You can connect that. Both, I think, sport and the professional one, like both models will work. Trig transponder should work with at least models which are before acquiring of the Trig company bus, but by a larger manufacturer. If they not change protocol, it should be supported as well. PS engineering audio panel, we have it on our stand at Oshkosh. It's supported, especially the newer models, which are, I think it's a 450 series. Aviation in, Yes, you can connect aviation data input, FLARM, iLevel autopilot as well. We're supporting now fully iLevel autopilot. LiDAR, we now have a dedicated model of LiDAR for up to 300 meters, 200, yeah, up to 300 meters, so almost 1,000 feet LiDAR you can install here, as well as we have aviation out, or it can be disabled. So basically the whole operation philosophy and idea is to set the proper speed and to select what you're actually connecting to that port, and that will give you functionality for the RS232 port.